Well, I'm a Wurundjeri woman. I was born and raised in Hillsville, so that's my homeland. And my lineage goes a few generations back, and mainly it's Wurundjeri lineage, but also have connections to Tanarong, which is behind Hillsville area, and also Jaja which is the Bendigo area. My inspirations were my sister Judy. She always used to just sketch all these beautiful drawings everywhere. Also my mum. My mum's German, and she would often just sketch. I think that's where I sort of got my interest in drawing things. So I suppose every element of my artwork has that story embedded into it, with the traditional symbology and the contemporary story, but also always linking back to the ancient story of whatever I'm painting. My spiritual connection is to Bunjil the eagle and Wa the raven. The gum leaves represent Bunjil and Wa, and you'll see within the gum leaves that the circles have been included within the veins of the gum leaves to represent that they're young manna gum leaves, because of the oil in the leaves. When you put them on the embers of a smoke to create the welcome, the oils that come out have really strong healing properties. It's like a literal map of the river systems that are included in the Yarra Valley water area. You've got the Birrarung, or the River of Mists, the Yarra River, and you've also got the Merri Creek. So where the Merri Creek joins the Birrarung is a very significant site historically for us in ancient history and also contemporary history. Actually, along the area that I have mapped on there's a lot of golf courses, so they still keep those billabongs in there. And also the Boland Swamp represents the large gatherings of all the mobs to come and feast on all the eels that were running through springtime. And then adjoining the rivers, you've got the local floodplains that represent today the contemporary history of the area. So it represents how water is allowed to flow a little bit into the river, but because it's been dammed and manipulated so much, it's not allowed to flow naturally anymore. So that is restricted close to the river. And then as you go to the next level with the line work represents history pre-European. So Aboriginal people, Wurundjeri people living in harmony with nature, a lot of food, a lot of resources, and the line work is representative of Wurundjeri style of artwork as carving culture rather than dot or x-ray work, which is more desert and northern artwork. And that represents that timeline. And then underlying all of that, you've got the flat blue areas that represent that ancient landscape. And also along the rivers, you've got the yellow, which represents the murnong, which is a plant that was in abundance around Melbourne when European people arrived, and that's why places like Broadmeadows are called Broadmeadows, because it was broad yellow meadows of murnong. Unfortunately, the sheep came and destroyed it all, but there is little pockets along the Merri Creek. And also linked back to the time when Wurundjeri lived in harmony, we've got the contemporary history included in that connect to those line work areas, because the natural rain and landscape will always flow downhill and always flow to the ocean. So the line work in the background of the artwork, connecting all the different elements, represents that natural water, the rainwater flow. And within that rainwater flow, you've got circles that represent that structure of the manipulation and damming of the river. There's a lot of different levels and layers included in it.